Hey YouTube, it's Brian, Cody Bear Ranch. Well, it's here. Lab grown meat. I want to do a video about it. It's an article I just read. Company based out of Singapore. Started it 2020. Cell cultivated chicken. And today, the USDA just gave approval for it in America. In the article, I read that the co-founder and CEO of the company stated in his press release, stated that why do we need all this land? Why do we use all this feed? And why do we use all this water for livestock? Cell cultivated meat, the way of the future. You know, it got my attention in there when he said cell cultivated meat. It's just a stepping stone, guys. You know, they're going to start with chicken because it's the most consumed meat in America. Everybody eats chicken. They're going to start with the chicken, then it's going to go to beef. I'm not talking about this plant-based stuff. I'm talking about the says it's grown in stainless steel pots, cell cultivated. And I didn't really elaborate on, you know, the process of it, but I can only imagine. It's not right, guys. You know, good Lord put these things on earth for our consumption. For meat, for eggs, for us to raise and work, feed and water, provide the best life we can possibly provide for our livestock while they're here on this earth for us. Like I said, I think it's just a stepping stone. It's pretty big news. I been planning on upping my chicken game here. I was talking to my wife, and she asked me how many I would like to have. I told her, I said I'd like to have 100 birds on hand at any given time. We can, you know, distribute the eggs as needed. Of course, we can't eat all them eggs. You know, I've got friends and family that love getting our eggs. We just have to give them more for the price they give us, you know, to help out the ranch here. And I would like to have, you know, I'm get to the point where I've got a pretty good sized freezer full at all times. That being said, I got a hen that went broody on me in here. Oh, these other guys just laying everywhere. Yes, ma'am, I ain't gonna mess with your eggs. So we're, of course, gonna let her hatch them. Get some baby chicks out here. Doing good. It's where all the hens been laying, so they're kind of confused on where to lay. These guys are still young, of course. They got a few months, but these are the Cochin chickens, so they're more for meat consumption versus their egg production. But yeah, let me know down in the comments. Is this something you think's a good thing? Sell cultivated meat? Or you think it's just the beginning of what's to come? We get out of here real quick. No girls. We came out to the ranch to self-sustain as much as possible. As you see, I haven't slaughtered any birds yet. They're still the same birds I've had. Trying to build up the flock, basically. With new chicks, stuff like that. These prices for these birds are getting out of control at your local feed stores or Tractor Supply. They want $5 plus for a bird. I remember getting them for 75 cents. And, a couple old timers older than me remember getting them for a quarter. They'll tell me, they'll come into the store and they'll say, I remember when I was buying these things for a quarter. For your regular run-of-the-mill pullets, were $4.70 something cents what they go for. Hey boys, Billy, you're fat. Yeah, I said it. You eat too much, buddy. Yeah. Well, anywho, USDA gives approval, lab-grown meat. I, for one, will not be consuming their lab-grown meat. I, for one, stop eating fast food because I think that's where it's going to be at first, is at your fast food chains. It's going to get the most consumption there. Hey girls, y'all looking great. Look how red them cones are. Yep. Anyways, guys, I guess, I want to say get you some chickens, without, pretty much telling you what to do. I mean, I'm sure everybody's aware that they need to get their own birds. Start off small. That's what I'm doing. I'm going to try to raise up my own. Get me a nice sized flock. Like I said, about 100 birds. And just keep them coming. It's crazy the times we're in right now. It's for a whole different video, I'm sure, But the day has come. They took antibiotics off the shelf. You can no longer go to your local Tractor Supply feed store and buy regular bottle penicillin, bottle LA200, anything like that. No more. It's all by prescription only, by a vet. So, what's their plans in that? They want us. What's their plans there? They They want us to stop raising our own food is what they want. You know, they want us to, you know, it's not, I don't know. It's just, you know, it's the war on livestock. You know, they look into another USDA approval for cattle feed. Supposed to have some additives in it that, you know, the flatulence and the burps and all that, you know, they say it's killing our planet. Well, from what I was told in school, and it's probably a lie, but it's what comes in my head is you know, this land was full of bison, buffalo, you know, all that stuff roamed these lands way before us, and I've always heard that their numbers were a lot heavier than what the cattle industry is, but yet they're still here. I'm telling you, it's a war on livestock. You know, I talked to some people at work. You know, they'll come up there and buy some hay or something. I'll just make small talk with them and, you know, ask them, hey, what are you feeding the hay to? Well, the other day, a guy come in there. Yeah, he usually gets 20 bales of hay at a time. We come in there and he only bought 2 bales of hay. So I go outside and I load up his 2 bales and I ask him, I said, why only 2 bales? He said he's selling off his the remainder of his cattle. I said, the remainder of your cattle? I said, with 2 bales you can't have but what, 1? And sorry guys, somebody just pulled in my driveway. You don't see that much out here. You know, the only house being out here. It's anyhow. He told me he's got two head left, and he's just feeding this to them to fatten them up, and he's taking them to market Saturday. He said he's out. He said between the cost of the hay, cost of the grain, said he just can't make no money on the scale that he was doing. So, and you know, I told him, I says, you know, hang in there, hang in there. You know, I don't know much, but I would think that'd be the thing to do, is just tough it out. And if our ancestors and all that, if they didn't tough it out, where would we be today? But, you know, that's another way they're trying to kill the livestock industry. My opinion. I mean, I'm not the smartest man here on YouTube. I can read between the lines. I know when they say one thing, expect the other. I'm sure most of y'all feel the same way, but you know, I'm not one of those doom and gloom channels. If this is your first time here, I try to keep it about my ranch, my animals. Try to not get into all the shenanigans you see on the TV about laptops and adult beverages and all that stuff. You know, it's all distractions. In my opinion, it's just they want you talking about yellow submarines and stuff like that versus the news that came out today about lab-grown meat, cell-cultivated meat, they call it. That's just my opinion. Alright guys, Y'all appreciate it. Hit that like button for me. Help me grow my little channel here. Share button. Tell your friends, your family. There's a guy living out in the woods, trying to go back to the old ways. I'll see you on the next one.